Hi, welcome to Real Life Alexa, and Happy New Year. It is January 1st, 2025, and I am back for the foreseeable future. I was away for about a week. I've been home a couple of days, and I went out to New England. I drove out there, I drove back. It's a really long drive. It gives you a lot of time to just sort of think, sort of space out, I guess, if you want to, focus on the road. Take a lot of stuff with you, way more stuff than if you're flying. So I walked in and I was like, oh, it's so good. I'm going to be leaving a ton of this stuff here. Some of the gifts that I took from my family members were in really big boxes. And then I think I ended up with almost the same amount of stuff coming back. I was surprised with some wonderful gifts from my family as well. And more stuff than I was expecting. So it definitely was good that I had my car with me and was able to come. My boys stayed home. That is one of the worst things about having any time away is my boys, they stay here, they're taken care of. But it's always sad to be away from them. And I know they miss me. So they are both very, very happy that I am home. I'm happy that I'm back with them. And oh, hi. Speak of this one. Here's Kane. Hi, baby. Did you just finish your dinner? Yeah, you just ate some dinner? He just had some more of his dinner. Yeah? What do you want? You gonna sit? Okay, but you can't just sit there and waste up the time. Stand there. You are not having one of those. No, you already had those today. He wants a little, I have these little toys. I have a bunch of different ones, but his favorite ones are just over here on the desk. And you put TREATSs in them, and then they bat them around and the TREATSs fall out. And I can't say the word because they both know what the word is when you say it. They know quite a few words. They're very smart, my cats. And if he's not looking, this is one of them. These are their favorites, and they love to, you put them in there and then they just play with them. These are honestly one of the best things I had ever bought. It was a pack of 3. We just used 2. Obviously, I have 2 cats. And he sometimes goes over to sniff them to see if he can convince me to give me, one of those, me to give him one of those with the TREATSs in. But they already had one today. They already got to play with them. It's like an enrichment thing. It's something that they can play with, bat around, sort of hunt and whatnot. So they do like those. We have one that's like a little penguin. You put them in. We haven't used that one in a while. I try to use different things for them, a little enrichment in their life to, make them more excited, more engaged, more, they're like us. They want new things, whether it's watching Amazon. I have had a lot of time to catch up on things on Amazon and Sling and whatnot. Oh, I haven't been watching Sling. They've been doing this thing where if you watch daily, you get points into a sweepstakes. And I watch a lot of the English football on Sling and also on Peacock, but on Sling. And so, yeah, I haven't in the past couple days. I've been watching some shows on Amazon that I've been meaning to catch up on. I just finished the most recent season of The Boys. That is quite gory and a lot of bad language, but a lot of social commentary, I guess, is a way of describing it. It seems to take a lot of parallels from what may or may not be going on in the US right now. I know it's based on a comic book, I think. Yeah, it's definitely about superheroes and regular people who are trying to stop them from doing super villain deeds and stuff, and quite gory. And yeah, as I said, the language, but I think this is the 4th season. I've obviously liked it enough to watch all 4 seasons. I also saw Canary Black. I'm kind of a fan of Kate Beckinsale. I think that she has had some really good action movies. And this was another one. So I'm all here for the strong women. I think, what was the movie? It was watching Charlize Theron in something, and I was like just crying. I was like, this is the stuff I wanted to see when I was a kid. This is the badass women. Like, if I had had these role models when I was a kid versus the action heroes of yore, where it was just all men, there were no women in them, I might have taken some different inspiration from those movies. And it's so absolutely phenomenal to see, and not just the action movies, but other female-led dramas and biographies and whatever is out there. Reese Witherspoon, her production company, has been doing a lot of very strong female-led stuff. It's so, and there's others out there, and I'm gonna probably kick myself later for forgetting a few right now, but seeing these women directed, women written, women produced, women starring films, TV shows, everything, to see this come alive and to see it be so much more authentic to who I am as a person, to who my friends are as people, to the depth and the complexity of women characters. It's getting so phenomenal to see, and there's so much more to do. But I did watch Canary Black. I mean, it's a spy thriller, and if you like that kind of thing, which I do, you might like that one. So yeah, Kate Beckinsale, I did watch that one over the past few days. I've watched quite a few things. I've kind of stayed home. I did go out a few times. I had to, go get groceries and whatnot. But yeah, the past week and a half, I basically just said I am relaxing and recharging. The most strenuous thing I did was the drive to New England and then the drive back from New England. I did not want to do anything else. I didn't want to rush around. I didn't get to see a few of my friends. I was only there for 5 days with the drive 1 day at each end. And with their schedules, it was just really hard. And I was like, this isn't what we're doing. We're not going to stress over meeting up, forcing ourselves to do things and fit things in and meet up. That's not the point of the end of the year. It's been a really stressful year. I know that they've had a lot going on. I know that I've had a lot going on. I know that a lot of people have had a lot going on in 2024. And I'm like, this is the end of the year. We need to just take a deep breath, relax, and gently ease ourselves into 2025. So that's what I hope they did. I know I certainly did give myself that permission to really relax. I think this is the first year I've truly, maybe the past couple years I've been working up to this, but like, I'm not pressuring myself to go out of my way to do a lot of stuff to super celebrate the holidays. Like, why? If my way of celebrating, of enjoying myself, is to take it slowly, to be in my pajamas all day for like the week, the days between Christmas and New Year, like, why not, right? I wasn't in my pajamas all day every day, but I tried to be in comfy clothes, and I hope that others have too. This year is going to go by faster than the last, as they all do the older we get. I think it was my dad who I was talking to at one point, and he said something to the effect of, think about it, when you're 4, 1 year is 25% of your life. That's a huge amount of time, relatively. But when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 1 year of your life is a fraction. It's like, well, at 50, it would be only 2% of your life, right? And everything is relative to your other experiences. The way we do experience new things is relative to what we have experienced previously, to who we have become based on these layers of experience. And that kind of sticks with me. Like, each year is definitely feeling like it's faster, even though it probably isn't. Relatively, it is a shorter and shorter amount of time compared to the rest of our lives. So 2025, definitely already have some plans. They're already making me tired, which is kind of sad, but also excited. There's some fun stuff. I have some plans, tentative plans to visit family within the next like 4 or 5 months, probably. We'll see. Hopefully that would be really nice. And to keep going. I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I think that if something is not important enough that you can wait until the 1st of January to start it, then it's not that important that you need to start it. I've become much more accepting of, how do I say what I'm trying to say? I've become much more accepting of myself being ready to do things and gently trying to do things every day. I know with this channel, there are things I would like to do and things I will do. And I'm looking back at the things I have done, all the topics I've done so far. And I could have gone harder and I could have put more pressure on myself. I know I missed just one video over the past 4. 4 including today's. So over the holiday, I'd scheduled one for the Saturday. I did miss Christmas Day. I hope you all forgive me. And then I did post a different type of one on Sunday. I was a day late. I apologize. I was still recovering on Saturday from the long drive home and just wasn't able to get that video up and out until the next day. And now I'm here today, and this is what I got for you today. I hope that if you are watching, and I mean, I wish this for everyone, even if they're not watching, a new year based on the calendar, it's just an arbitrary date that we've given ourselves to like mark time with. In the Wheel of the Year, there are people who say that Samhain is the start of the year, which is October 31st. So if you follow the Wheel of the Year, should you be making New Year's resolutions in November 1st? Why is it now January 1st, right? So, I mean, and then the Chinese New Year is normally later sometime in the spring, I believe. I believe it changes based on the lunar calendar. I should probably look into that a little more and see when that is. So, I mean, these dates are arbitrary based on where you were born and where you grew up and what the calendar system is. I think that putting pressure on ourselves to do something based on a date. Now, if you have a goal and you're working towards it, a timeline can help you stick to that goal, especially if it's a big goal and you've broken it up into smaller steps, and each step you have a sort of date for. But I don't believe that beating ourselves up to make resolutions, and then if we're not really truly ready to make those changes, failing, quote unquote, failing at those resolutions, I don't think that's very productive for any of us. I think that we need to be honest with ourselves about whether we are ready to make a change. If we want to make a change, we should be making those changes. We should be taking those steps, the steps that are comfortable for us to take at that time towards the change and the goal and the outcome that we want, because actions have consequences, cause and effect. And consequences can be good or bad. Like, consequences is not, oh, if you do something, bad things will happen. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that every action we take, like, For example, if you are lactose intolerant and you choose to eat dairy, you know there's going to be a negative consequence. If you choose not to eat dairy, maybe get lactose-free stuff, you would then not suffer negative consequences. You would have positive consequences. So positive consequences, negative consequences. And again, positive and negative are relative to you individually. I just got so off track and so down a thing. What I'm trying to say is Happy New Year. If you wish to make a change in your life, I'm here for that. I support you. I think that's fantastic. If you are ready to make that change, if you're not ready to make that change, guess what? That is okay too. You will be ready one day. I know, I've been there. I have forced myself to make changes when I was not ready, and they didn't work out for me. I wasn't invested in them the way I was when I waited until I woke up one day and said, I got to do it. It's time. And then those changes are the ones that stuck. And those changes where you wake up and you say, it's time, those don't stick to a calendar, a nice, neat check box that you can check on the 1st January. Doing it today, changing. So do with that what you will. If you're here and you made it to the end, thank you, as always. And I hope to be back to my regularly scheduled Wednesday and Saturday. My plan is to be back to that. And, barring any unforeseen events, I'll see you on Saturday. As always, drop a comment, like, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and be kind to yourself.